people who made all these predictions and encouragements in the journalism area for the war, like starting with Friedman, you know, one of the most pompous people on the planet, who has got, what, 3 Pulitzer Prizes? I mean, oh, what a disgrace to the profession. You can call it that. They should decorate this nitwit with 3 Pulitzers. And then Hitchens, of course, was totally pro-war and a cheerleader for the war, still says he thought it was, you know, he was right to have said that. Went to the Bush White House right before the outbreak of the war in the spring of 2003 to give a sort of, you know, pep talk. This is a journalist, you know, on board totally. And then Berman, well, he's not so interesting, but, and there are others. And when you look at how wrong they were about everything, but then you see, and the piece that you quote from, I quote a lot of my brother's stuff. Now, Patrick has really been in Iraq probably more than any other journalist. As a non-embedded journalist, he's gone over Iraq. He's pointed out constantly that a lot cannot be reported now because it is too lethally dangerous. But he goes on these roads, and he's, you know, he's very experienced. And he says, when you look at this absolutely shattered country, you know, where 5,000–6,000 people a month are being slaughtered in these, you know, well, in the war by the various forces, the factionalism, just blown up, destroyed. You've got, of course, the troops over there, many of them, you know, forced to stay on the stop-loss business, coming back dead, and their bodies coming back or coming back maimed. There'll be psychic and physical wreckage in America for years to come because, you know, there's a percentage that have PTSD and, you know, and all the problems associated with that. And you just think, I'm no fan of Saddam Hussein. I think he was a monster. I think he, you know, he got his, I think I say in that piece, you know, he destroyed his country, and then basically the United States, by that invasion, carried it off to the morgue. I mean, plundering it while it did so for the oil and the rest of it. It's an absolute disaster. You can go from bad, which is what Iraq was. I mean, partially destroyed by the Clinton-era sanctions, by the way, which people constantly forget. The liberals are all on board for sanctions, although they... And then you've got from 2003 to 2007, this country's gone, and people's lives irretrievably, I mean, millions of lives destroyed. It would have been better if they'd not gone in. So I said I'd like these people to be in Baghdad, you know, having to answer a few very serious questions from these poor women and family people constantly searching for, you know, their wrong. So I think I say at the end of that piece, it was the people accused of being the hard left, or the left, and also the libertarians. We should not forget the libertarians, people like on antiwar.com, you know, who were against the war, clearly, and said this is a terrible idea.
Some people